Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, punters of all ages, we welcome you to another wheel-to-wheel track guide at Cirque de St Croix B. And this week we are very fortunate enough to have Daleteekz, another Division 1 driver within our ranks, currently ranked 6th in Division 1 and known within the league as being the Ferrari expert. He's going to give us some hot tips on how to get this car around St Croix very fast. So welcome, Dale. We're not going to waste any time, mate. We will go straight back to the start of this lap and get you to talk us through it.
No, awesome. Thanks, Devil. Yeah. So yeah, we're just coming on final corner, break about the 100. Actually, I think I broke almost at the 50 there. Just feed it through. You can get on the power a little bit sooner than it looks like on that corner. It's really important to get a good exit because it really sets up for turn 1, which we're coming up to here, where you want to break around the 100. Down to about 4th gear, maybe 3rd, depending on what car you've got. Get as much of that car over the green on the inside as possible while keeping at least 2 tyres on the track. Hug it in tight here. Be another break just after the 100. Hit the apex, and then you can just kind of slowly feed on the power as you drift out towards the edge of the track as we come down to start coming down the hill. This is a really cool section. About halfway down, you want to maybe lift off the throttle just to hug the apexes, break down into 4th, and then down into 3rd. Some people will take it 2nd, and again, it's depending on how your car is. If you can handle that bump, you can kind of floor it at the apex or put the foot down on the apex. Otherwise, you've got to be a little bit careful and just wait for the car to go over the bump and to make sure it stays settled. This is probably a bit of a heavier braking zone again, just before the 100. There's a little triangle on the track that I look out for. It's another gear that you can take in 2nd or 3rd, doesn't really matter too much. This is an awkward corner. I look for that patch on the right hand side, and that's my braking zone to kind of put it down a gear, try hug the inside, and then just it's a waiting game so you can just floor it and again drift out towards the fence without hitting it. Back straight, we're just flat all the way really. Clip the apex there, hit the ripple strip, drift back out to the outside. It's another one, break about just after the 150. Again, you can cut this corner quite a bit and just let it drift out to the outside again. I do a shift up into 5th through here. You want to try and keep it tight as possible. You can almost straight line a little bit. I lift for that bump. As you can see, the car can get very unsettled, but I lift for the bump. Wait to get through it and then floor it all the way through the corner. Just before braking about the 75 there. I was a bit wide on that one, but not too bad. And then just, yeah, keep it going.
Yeah, so I know you did 4 laps here, and the first one was not the best. I think the 4th lap was the best, and well over 1.5 second clear of Mr. MCA in a GR4 car. So once again, proving that wheel-to-wheel has the fastest drivers in the world, and obviously for the guys that want to test themselves, this is the league to be in. But one of the things we always discuss in these lap guides too, Dale, is for guys that are either experienced or just starting out, mate, what are some tips you can give them to improve their driving and develop themselves up into being a Div 1 driver in wheel-to-wheel?
Well, I think there's a few key things that work well for me. The first one was join a league. You get a lot more benefit out of it than just running dailies and FIA each week. So join a league or find a group of guys that you can kind of work together and improve that way. The main thing that I think really pushed me up though was I joined a team, and we just practiced every week. We had our top drivers take you out on track, and a little bit more in depth than a lap guide. You know, it was literally go around the track at 50% pace. Here's where I'm braking, here's why, here's what gear I'm in, here's the turning point, here's where I'm hitting the apex, and those sorts of things. And then just slowly get quicker and quicker until you're up to 100% race pace. And just doing those things each week, heading into each round really helped. And then moving on to the next things like braking and conserving tyres and those sorts of things. Once you can get the track down, then the rest of it can fall into place.
Yeah, look, they are really good tips too, and I can honestly say that my driving increased or improved dramatically once I joined Wheel to Wheel. And you're really forced to be competitive if you want to have fun and enjoy yourself against the best drivers in the world. And certainly in our league, where we have 5 different divisions, there's room for everyone. So whether you're alien speed like you are, or if you're a bloke that's 2 or 3 seconds a lap off the pace, then Wheel to Wheel will have a spot for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. And the way it works, you know, people can easily move up through the divisions, through the lobbies, through the week. Which is a great aspect of the league. I think when I started, I was down in split 4, split 5, and just snuck into split 3, I think, in the final round of my first season. So, yeah, you stick with it, get with a group of guys that you work well together and you can feed off of each other. And I guess the other thing is jump in a car that you may not always have high regard for. I jumped in the Ferrari as a joke, and then well, that joke kind of turned into something, wait a minute, this car's not half bad.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I've been in now the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, it's certainly been a passion of yours. And one thing we haven't discussed a lot in the track guides is the team aspect of Wheel to Wheel as well, which we might just touch on that a little bit, because you're obviously one of the quicker guys in your team, which is Damn Racing. And how much time would you spend developing and helping the other guys?
This season's been a little bit off for me in terms of time on the track throughout the week, but I mean, generally we used to try and set up team practices on like a Thursday night and spend at least an hour or so at the track in the car and just sharing tips and kind of giving advice on driving lines and braking points and that sort of thing. And then ideally you want to build up to the point where you're then giving more racecraft advice in terms of, yeah, you might be a second quicker than that guy in front, but doesn't necessarily mean you need to make that pass at the very first corner that you come up behind them. You know, set it up, take your time, and really just make the smart move at the right time.
Yeah, and obviously discuss strategies that evolve during endurance races and whatnot as well.
Yep. We try to keep that under wraps, but
Yep. So, all right, Dale, we really appreciate you taking the time to talk us around St Croix here. And until next week, viewers, and as always, keep the wheels straight and in between the lines.